Did you know that scientists have recently made an astonishing discovery? They've found a 42,000-year-old animal so perfectly preserved in ice that its blood remains liquid, coursing through its veins. This groundbreaking find not only gives us a rare and fascinating look into life from tens of thousands of years ago, but also offers a genetic blueprint for potentially bringing these creatures back to life. Today, we're diving into 5 extraordinary animals frozen in time whose preservation might just hold the key to resurrecting ancient life. Our first discovery is one of the smallest yet most fearsome animals, the cub of a cave lion. In 2017, explorers in the Yakutia Republic of Siberia made a remarkable find, an almost perfectly preserved Eurasian cave lion cub known as Sparta. Estimated to have been just 1 to 2 months old at the time of its death, Sparta's mummification was a result of a mudslide that split the permafrost, sending her into an icy grave. The cub's fur, skin, organs, and teeth remain almost as pristine as the day she died, making her the best preserved Ice Age animal ever found. But Sparta wasn't the only cave lion cub to be discovered in this frozen graveyard. A year later, another cub, named Barris, was found only 50 feet away. Analysis showed that Sparta perished about 28,000 years ago, while Barris lived 43,000 years ago. These giants, which could reach over 5 feet tall and 11 feet in length, were apex predators, hunting reindeer, horses, and even woolly mammoths. The exact cause of their extinction remains unclear, though scientists suspect a combination of climate change and food shortages eventually led to their demise. Next up, let's talk about an incredible discovery, a prehistoric horse found with blood still flowing in its veins. In 2018, the remains of a 42,000-year-old Lena horse were found in the permafrost of Siberia's Bata crater. What's even more astonishing, scientists managed to extract fresh blood from the animal, making it the oldest liquid blood on record. The horse, believed to have been only 1 or 2 weeks old when it drowned in mud, was preserved in its entirety. These horses, known as the Lena horses, were well adapted to the harsh Siberian climate, possibly with a shorter stature and a thicker coat compared to modern horses. Researchers have been hopeful about cloning the Lena horse, alongside other ancient species like mammoths, using DNA from preserved tissue, although extracting viable DNA from such ancient specimens is a complex task. Despite challenges, the dream of resurrecting these creatures is very much alive, and researchers are committed to overcoming the hurdles. In 2011, another extraordinary discovery took place. In Siberia's Yana Indica region, the remains of a steppe bison were found, still remarkably intact. The specimen included a complete heart, brain, and digestive system, with blood vessels in near-perfect condition. Though the bison had likely starved, it offered scientists invaluable insight into its biology. This steppe bison, which roamed the frozen plains over 9,000 years ago, could potentially be brought back to life thanks to the excellent preservation of its genetic material. Russian scientists even performed a necropsy on an 8,000-year-old steppe bison in 2022, and with the use of advanced techniques like DNA extraction and genetic engineering, the idea of cloning this species is becoming more plausible. With extensive knowledge of bovine breeding, it's not far-fetched to imagine this extinct species walking the earth once more in the future. Moving on to one of the most iconic creatures of the Ice Age, the woolly mammoth. In 2010, the preserved remains of a 39,000-year-old mammoth, known as the Yuka mammoth, were found in the Siberian permafrost. This discovery was remarkable for its preservation, particularly the mammoth's brain, which was so well preserved that researchers could still make out its folds and blood vessels. The discovery of these mammoths has been pivotal in understanding the species and their behavior, and scientists are already on their way to resurrecting them. By extracting DNA from preserved specimens, companies like Colossal Biosciences are working on a bold plan to bring the mammoth back to life by 2028. Using cutting-edge CRISPR technology, scientists will splice the DNA of the mammoth with that of the closest living relative, the Asian elephant. The hope is to create an embryo and implant it into a surrogate elephant, essentially bringing back the woolly mammoth. Another astonishing frozen creature is the woolly rhino, a giant that once roamed the icy plains of Eurasia. While woolly rhinos were once common in the mammoth steppe, finding well-preserved specimens is a rarity. In 2007, however, the receding ice of Siberia revealed the remains of a female woolly rhino, later dubbed the koa rhino. This was the only complete adult woolly rhino ever found, providing unprecedented insights into the species' anatomy and lifestyle. Woolly rhinos were herbivores, feeding on low-growing vegetation, and this specimen had been well preserved with thick fur and intact horns. It was one of the few adult rhinos to survive in the harsh conditions, though it is believed that the species had a high infant mortality rate, as evidenced by the discovery of a 10,000-year-old woolly rhino calf in 2015. So why is it so important to find and preserve these ancient creatures? The answer lies in the power of ice. Ice preserves DNA better than anything else, allowing us to trace their lineage and possibly bring these species back to life using genetic engineering. Companies like Colossal Biosciences are at the forefront of this groundbreaking work, and the implications of such advances could be nothing short of revolutionary. As we continue to explore genetic resurrection, it's vital to focus on species that may have directly influenced the extinction of. The dream of bringing back these magnificent creatures isn't just about science fiction. It's happening right now, thanks to advancements in genetic research. What do you think? Which of these ancient creatures would you like to see come back to life? Do you believe that we should bring back species like mammoths or woolly rhino? Let me know in the comments, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more thrilling discoveries and updates on these incredible frozen animals. Stay tuned for the next adventure.